Alright, so got a little story for you today. It's kind of like a motivation, yet kind of a do your own thing. Make sure you're the one happy in the choices you make. Alright, so when I was in like probably 4th or 6th grade, 4th or 6th grade, when they asked the kids in the class, what do you want to do when you get older and what do you want to do with your life? I can seriously remember myself writing, I wanted to work construction. And everybody's paper said, like, be a doctor, be a school teacher, be an athlete. Anything that's like society normal, they wanted to do. They wanted to make $1 billion and they wanted to be rich and famous. And I wrote, I wanted to work construction. So, like, a bunch of years go by and I graduate high school, like most people. High school was like a fun time, of course. It wasn't the worst times. Made a lot of good buddies that I'm still friends with today that you probably still see in videos. And after high school, every teacher kind of shoved down your throat, if you don't go to college, you're gonna be flipping burgers for the rest of your life. So flipping burgers did not sound too fun. So what I did, I never went on a college tour. A couple of my buddies were going to the community college here in town, so I figured, might as well try it. It's pretty cheap, it's not that bad. So I signed up and I went. Never went on a tour, had no clue what I was getting into. And next thing, I found myself in a chair at a community college in town with really no purpose behind it. I was going for business management. It was a 2-year degree, and every day, I hated school. I never wanted to get out of bed. I knew that I couldn't really even do anything with my degree. I wasn't sure what I could even do with it. A 2-year business management degree. I kind of thought, what am I going to do with this? Sell cars? And that didn't intrigue me at all. So went for about 2 weeks, if that, 3 weeks maybe. And the new Madden came out, the new Call of Duty came out, and I just quit going to school. I had had enough over 12 years, so I stopped going. Figured, who's going to find out? So, a little longer goes on, for like another 2 weeks, and I'm just playing video games every day. And it wasn't that I enjoyed myself, because I didn't. I knew that I was just kind of a loser, sitting at home playing video games, so I kind of caught a lucky break. My uncle was running a very big construction job in town. It's the new Sanford Hospital. So I gave him a call one day and said, hey, I hate school. Never even told anybody that I haven't been going. I hate school and don't want to go. And he goes, well, if you hate it that bad, I have a job for you Monday morning. So that's what I did. I went to work for my uncle for 2.5 years. It was a great time. I learned so much. It was great. Made good money at it. I mean, yeah, Mondays sucked, but it's not like I dragged out of bed. It was a good time. It was an all-around good time, and it was good for me too. All right, so I found myself working for my uncle. It was a good time, like I said. If I could do it all again the same exact way, I probably would. It was good for me. So I did that, and then all good things come to an end, of course. And being that it was a big union job, it came to an end. And I got the worst news, I guess, but I saw it coming from a mile away, which was a layoff. And at this time, they were paying for me to go to some union schooling to become a better employee, per se. And so I did that, and hated going to school again, even though it was their union school. Hated going to school again, just because it was school. Even though it was about something I was working with, I hated going. So they wanted me to go for 4 years, and it was 6 months out of the year, every other Saturday. So I got laid off from the job, and being it was a union company, they said, all right, well, we'll let you know when the next job is. And I said, well, how long is that going to be? And they said 5 months. So I basically walked out on that too. And I said, screw that. I'm not going to go to class every other Saturday when I can be doing things that I'm passionate about and things that make me happy. Because what's the point of going to school and living my life always in fear of getting laid off somewhere? So I quit going to that too. Then I took a couple weeks to myself and really thought about really what I wanted to do. And then so I got another job in town doing other construction, but this was more of like a framing houses, windows, doors, siding thing. Did that for a while. And it's not that I didn't like it. I really enjoyed the guy that I worked with, but I just didn't like the management. So I did that for a year. Then I said, the pay is a lot better in a plumbing HVAC side of construction. So found another HVAC company, got hired on with them. And then it was supposedly their slow time of the year, so they didn't even really have much for me. I was only working like 20, 25 hours a week. And that's when I really learned the lesson of grass isn't always greener on the other side. I really kind of took a jump and a leap of faith going to that HVAC company, hoping it was going to be just like it was back at the hospital, and it was definitely a lot different. So I definitely learned a good lesson there that you should just be content with where you're at. Because when I was doing the other side of construction with the framing, it's not that I loved it, but it was I should have considered my options more, I can say, before I just jumped into it. Because it was like I got like an interview and I quit the framing company before I even did an interview. So I wouldn't ever recommend that to anybody, and your parents probably will tell you the same thing too. So luckily I did get hired, but it just didn't work out there. So I was like, geez, what do I really want to do? I knew that I liked the kind of work that I did with my uncle, and I knew that I did not want to have to go to school. So I just mowed grass over the summer. Like, yeah, you're probably thinking like you're a bum, but I mowed grass over the summer and just worked with a couple kids my age and really had a blast with it. Like, the pay wasn't worth a shit, but I did have a lot of fun doing it. And it was long hours, but the people I worked with really made it enjoyable. So I did that. Alright, so after the summer came to an end there, I did do what I think is the right decision. I ended up back in college. So I'm going to college now again, my second trip. And it's been a whole semester. I really do enjoy it. I'm going to school with a couple buddies that I know, and it's for heating, venting, and air conditioning again. So I'm hoping to get back into something like I had at the hospital from my uncle. And I really would say that the whole point, I guess, of this video of me telling you the story was that when your mom tells you not to touch the hot stove, everybody needs that lesson of not touching the hot stove, because when she says that, everyone has to touch it once. And that was what doing everything, I guess, like against society standards for me was. And it really just takes a lot, because some people are very happy making like hardly any money at all, but yet being able to just live a little more low ends and stuff like that, but getting to travel the world and going on trips. And some people are just okay with making like a little more money even, and still living lower but going on more exclusive vacations and stuff like that. So like when I worked at the hospital, it wasn't like I was making I made thousands of dollars, of course, but not like hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I never lived real like lavish, and never just went out and just spent a bunch of money everywhere. I really took time to just go on trips with my friends. Like, I've gone on hunting and fishing trips all over the Midwest, which is like been great for me. I've gotten to see a lot of things and experience a lot of things with people that I care about and want to spend time with. So that's been really fun for me. So, and the whole reason you're like seeing my YouTube pop up now, I guess, would be, if you even are seeing it, would be because of when I was working. That's like before your huge YouTube names like were even out that I watch, I guess. They were there, but it's not like they haven't really paved the way of how they do it all and how they make a living at it. It was more of, we do this on the weekends when we have school too. So it's like I figured that I had to just keep working and going to school too, but to where the times where I had school off and or went on these like trips and stuff, I would never bring a camera because I thought it was just like, oh, they're doing it for fun. But now, like, I've even became a lot more passionate about bringing camera gear and stuff like that, because like after you do it a couple times and stuff just turns out perfectly and you get some sweet pictures and videos, it really is enjoyable, and I do love doing it. It's good for me, I think, too. It's more of it really slows everything down. It's not just, you're not just there to fish. Like, it really brings the memories back, and you can look back and everything, and like decided to make like short videos out of it. I know they're probably not the best at this time, but I like sharing my experience with you guys. So thanks for watching, and I would really just try to do everything that you can to do to just trust your heart. Take that jump. Like, even though if it's against, like when I dropped out of school, I didn't tell anyone. I just quit going because I knew it wasn't right for me. So if you're not truly passionate about something, don't force yourself down. It's, first of all, a waste of time. Second of all, probably a waste of money. Because by the time you get yourself all invested into everything and you get where you're going, and then just to have you, I don't even like this, and basically you're starting over at round one, you might as well bite it right in the hind end right away. So seriously, thanks for watching, you guys. Stay tuned for some more videos. Hit that like and subscribe button too while you're at it. See you guys later.